Let me show you how to make edits like this one in CapCut. So without further ado, let's go to CapCut and let's start making this edit. Alright, we're now in CapCut and let's start making this thing. First of all, what we're going to do is I downloaded this Ronaldo compilation of goals and celebrations, so we're going to put this into the edit. First things first, as you notice that this thing has audio inside of it, so I'm going to navigate over to the audio and drag this volume knob down. Alright, now what? So first of all, what we're going to do is I'm going to drag this music in, and this is a screen recorder of a music, don't judge it because I'm too lazy to download stuff. And here is how it kind of sounds like. Obviously have to cut this here because this is where the recording starts. Don't judge anything. I'm just too lazy to download stuff. And it probably won't even be important because it's very short. So I had recorded 53 seconds of this clip because it was something somewhat long. So here is the full thing. Yeah, it's just basically some hard-ass funk over this thing. So yeah, pretty looking solid. So you basically see this clip here, right? And this clip here has these, like, as you can see, waves going up and then going down, and then up, and then going down. These are the key points when we want to make the switches. For example, here, as you can see, there is a significant hit. So what we're going to do is just at the verge of it, basically make a cut. But what we want to do is, as you can see, here it starts, and here's when we want to make a cut. So basically, press Ctrl B on the keyboard, and now drag it into a different scene. And here is how it looks like once we delete this clip and switch to a different scene on the key point here in the song. So it looks definitely better, but we're gonna improve this by a lot. So just basically make harsh cuts on key points, for example, when the melody switches, or on kicks. And kicks are those, like, you know, I don't have to explain it to you with my mouth. I should show you what a kick is. And here is like the kick. And this is basically what I mean by the kick. You can see these harsh kicks in the song. I mean, putting Ronaldo in literally any funk song will make it absolutely good, but you have to, like, maybe polish the edges around and make it look a little bit more nicer. So you might have noticed in the edit, as you can see here on the screen, that I sometimes do this text behind him. And how are we gonna do that? Well, to start off, basically I'll find a scene where the Ronaldo is, and I'll cut this part here. And I'll cut when this scene basically ends, like this. Then I'll take this part here, and I'll copy it, Control C, Control V, paste it, and put these two clips on top of each other. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the top clip and go over to the cutout, and then over to the auto cutout, and make sure that this thing is enabled. This thing here will do some crazy magic, and it will basically cut out Ronaldo only. It's only for people so far, so hopefully CapCut implements a software in which you can detect other objects apart from people. Not that people are objects, but it should detect everything, not just people. That's my key point. So let's wait until this is finished, and I'm going to show you how you can make text behind Ronaldo. Literally. And as you can see, it's done. So what I can do is I can click this hide track button, and you can see that we now have Ronaldo sitting on our music recording. Perfect. Now what you're going to do is go over to text and then drag this default text into the scene and just put it above this top image, and then put these two videos, like, make it into a sandwich between these two videos. Now shrink this up to so it's matching the length of the clips, and change this to whatever you feel like. As you can see, it's already behind Ronaldo, so let's put Ronaldo. Perfect. Let's make sure that this thing, let's now make sure that the size of it looks actually nice, and we can choose some maybe like nice fonts or something. Make sure that it's in center. Let's choose something like this. And here's, as you can see, Ronaldo is running, and there's the text behind him. It looks perfect. Now, you might have noticed in the edit that what you can do also, you might have noticed that in the edit that I've done, is you can select the bottom clip, go over to the, go here to adjustment, and then go scroll down to saturation and drag the saturation all the way down. What this will do is it will isolate Ronaldo to be only in color, and everything around him will not be in color and will be desaturated. you can see as soon as he starts running, you can see that, yeah, basically everything is not saturated. So this is another key effect that you can do for pretty much amazing clips. Now, all of these edits, you might have noticed that they're actually not looking quite like this. They have a jet, for example. They might be looking a little bit sharp. So what you can do is you can go down in the adjustments and increase the sharpen like a lot. And as you can see, we can see the immediate effect. This whole Ronaldo thing is immediate, all sharp. But I recommend to do that to the end because this will make your computer lag. You can also add the vignette. You can do whatever you feel like. You can also decrease the saturation. You can change the hue, and you can do whatever you pretty much feel like. But the text behind Ronaldo is something that's most requested. As you can see, it's not quite perfect. You can see that he currently has no neck. But once you play it, that's not really that noticeable, is it? But you can definitely make this work. What you can also do is you can do some nice transitions. For example, let's cut here. And let's delete all of this before it. And let's basically here start to show something else. So it still has Ronaldo, but we're just basically like switching into a different scene while Ronaldo is still there. And it switches to him saying shh. And this is how it looks like. It looks pretty good. So you can do all of these experiments and you can do pretty much whatever you feel like doing. Now, another key thing to understand when making an amazing edit is timing. And you want these kicks and everything to be timed well because otherwise it will just look so boring and uninteresting. So what you really want to do when making an amazing edit is just make sure the timing is right. Whenever there's a kick, there's a, for example, scene switch. I didn't do that in my beat because after the drop, it's pretty much not even that important because the drop just has to be hard. Everything after the drop will be enjoyed just because of that hard drop. So you don't have to put as much effort into anything after the drop, but you can definitely do that. It's not really like, it won't change the effect of the video, but make sure to put all of your efforts and attention into the first part of the video, which is initially what's going to make people watch the entire clip. So when they came to see your video, they're going to be seeing the beginning of the video and that will ultimately make them watch the entire clip. Now you can find these copyright-free funk sounds, so you don't actually have to be worrying about copyright claim, because especially with YouTube. But this is pretty much a good way to understand how to make an amazing edit in CapCut and to recreate what I've done. So I've just shown you how you can do it. I've shown you the recipe. Now you have to do it yourself because creativity is something that you need to have. And all of us, I believe, have the creativity. So you can pretty much utilize that skill and make something amazing. Obviously, your first edit won't be as good. Your second edit won't be as good. Third and fourth and fifth edit, as long as you keep making them, they will be improving and be looking better and better. That's something that I highly advise to you. Just keep making edits, and I almost guarantee you that you will make an edit which will go viral if you upload it somewhere because of its goodness. So just keep on making edits and improve over time. This is just a recipe. I've shown you how I've done it. As you can see, it's nothing crazy, just cuts. And I can even show you the actual clip. Hold on. As you can see, this is the entire thing. Cut after cut after cut. You can see how many cuts there was for this effect, when sometimes green, when sometimes isn't, and then cuts after cuts after cuts. And as you can see, once it drops here, here's a drop. Also, another key thing is this, as you can see here. Let me just disable everything below it. You can see that this thing will select multiple people. It won't just select one guy. So if you have multiple people in the scene, there's nothing to worry about, as this thing here in the cutout will handle it perfectly. As you can see, after the drop, I just basically loop it over. This thing here is a vignette, and I decided to add all of these clips after the vignette, so it looks like a little bit, so you can see, so it looks a little bit more nicer, but everything after that is going to look absolutely amazing. So this is what I recommend you to do. So that is pretty much about that on how to make amazing edits in CapCut. Make sure to like this video and make sure to subscribe for more edits like this one. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and as always, peace.